what it does for you is it clears your mind. It allows you to come back to your work with a renewed sense of purpose. Hello, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Ayodeji Matuluko and I'm a PhD student in Glasgow, Scotland. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Thank you for liking my videos, sharing and subscribing to my channel. In this video, I'll be talking about how to take breaks effectively from your PhD or how to maximize your time off from your PhD work. So this video was born out of discussions with colleagues when I came back from my leave. So the major themes that came out of the discussions were about how people feel anxious when they take breaks from their PhD. So they feel like if they take a break from their PhD, they get really anxious about all the work that they have to do. They're constantly thinking about the work and the fact that when you come back from your break, your work is waiting for you and it has to be done by you because it is your PhD. So those discussions actually made me think about, okay, what made this break, the most recent break that I took, quite effective, and what tips do I have to share on how I think people can take breaks effectively from their PhD. And one of my friends actually requested for me to do this video. So in this video, I'll be sharing some tips from my reflection on what I think helped me when I took a break in early July 2021. So one thing that I think really helped was to plan ahead. So planning ahead means planning for what you will do before and after your leave to actually enjoy that period of your leave. So it's about planning your schedule, planning your PhD work such that you're able to schedule things to do before and after, and you're maximizing that time so that you don't feel like you've wasted any time because you had to take some time off. So planning ahead will also mean informing people. So informing your key stakeholders, that is your supervisors, if you're collecting data or whatever, your participants, or if you're working in a lab, your lab colleagues, etc. Just informing people that, oh, I'm taking a break at so time. So everybody is aware that, oh, this person is not going to be around at this time, and they're not expecting you to do certain things because they know that you're taking that well-deserved time off. And so you need to plan for what you will do before. So have a schedule. So if there are urgent and important things that you need to do before your leave, schedule them out and get them done promptly. And also if there are things that you can come to after your leave, schedule that for those dates and don't schedule anything during the time that you're on leave. This helps you to also clarify what you need to be doing. It also helps you to reflect on your work and your progress, and you're able to say, okay, this is what I want to achieve in this timeline and this is what I want to achieve after this break. And for me, what it did for me was that it helped me to stay grounded. I gave myself that deadline. So the deadline was, the point where I stopped working before my leave then started. So I did enough work that was possible before that period, and then after I had what I had scheduled for what I would do after, things that I couldn't undo before the leave. And so that helps you to stay relaxed. It helps you not to be too anxious. It helps you to actually feel like, okay, you're making progress and you're actually intentionally preparing to relax, preparing to take time off, and that your work is not suffering in any way because you're on top of it. Another thing that you should do when you're planning ahead is to also don't forget to set your out of office. So your out of office reply, automatic reply to any emails that you receive during the period of your leave saying, oh, I'm out of office at so time and I'll get back to your message after my leave. So that way people know that they are not expecting you to respond, and you don't need to feel compelled to respond because you've already informed them that you're on leave. So I don't know why they should be expecting you to respond, because everybody should take time off, whether it's PhD or if you're doing the normal 9 to 5. So I think for me, it really helped me to stay relaxed and I wasn't anxious in any way because I knew that I had done all my planning. I had done what I needed to do at the right time before taking a break, and also what I was coming back to do after the break was scheduled properly, and everybody was informed, so everybody knew that yes, this person is going on a break and will come back to the work at that time. So I think the second thing that helped was to avoid any opportunities to work, like completely avoid any opportunities to work intentionally. That could mean detaching yourself from where you're working, the area where you're working completely. So now that we're in the work from home era and a lot of people are working from home and I am still working on my PhD from home, it was important for me to stay away from my work area, which was basically my home, and anything that reminded me about my PhD work. Last year when I took some annual leave, I had a lot of anxiety because I took my annual leave and I was just in Glasgow. We couldn't go anywhere. We still cannot go anywhere. Staycation is the buzzword now. But last year during the pandemic was really tough, and when I took a break, I was just here in Glasgow, here in my room, struggling not to do any work. But I just found that in between, I just got really anxious. I started checking emails or trying to get some stuff done and then going back to relax. And it wasn't really an enjoyable break, and it wasn't really an opportunity to relax completely. But what I did this time around, and what I think anybody could do if it helps, is even if you can't travel out of your country or travel from your area, just stay away, like move somewhere else 1 hour away, go on a staycation, take a short trip, just change environment. And when you go away, if you're able to go away, even if you're not able to go away, like completely change the location of your work item. So that's your laptop or whatever else you used to work. Or if you're going away, don't take your laptop. I didn't take my laptop. I deleted my email app from my phone. I was not checking any emails. I did not do any work. So there was no opportunity for me to even do any work because I wasn't with my laptop. I wasn't with my phone, and there was no work to do. So nothing happened. Nothing went wrong. I felt completely relaxed. I could just focus on actually intentionally relaxing. So plan for what you will do during your break that is not related to work. Take novels, go on walks and etc, and just have a good time off, because what it does for you is it clears your mind. It allows you to come back to your work with a renewed sense of purpose. It allows you to come back relaxed, and you can actually be more productive because it gives you an opportunity to reflect. Especially if you take it during the middle of the year, it's almost like a mid-year reset. You're able to reflect on your progress, reflect on what you want to do next. And for me, it has kept me really grounded and giving me a greater sense of purpose, and I feel really hopeful. I feel like I've achieved a lot and there's still more to achieve, and that I can actually do the work that is coming next. So my last point is around what you actually do when you get back to work, and I'm thinking about that. So it's also linked to my first point on planning ahead, but it's really about what you actually do when you get back to work, because there's a tendency to feel daunted when you come back, especially if you've taken an extended leave or an extended break from your PhD. You can feel like you're struggling to get back into the work. You can feel really slow. It takes you a few days to catch up because you've almost lost touch with what's happening. You almost lost touch with your work. But one way that I think would help you to prevent that and reduce your anxiety about going on break is my first point around planning ahead. But also now when you resume and you have this long list of emails to check, what you need to do is bring out a pen and paper or whatever you want to use and make a to-do list. So check your emails, look at your schedule, look at what you need to do. When you are able to write out to-do list, it helps you to get clarity on what you need to do. It kind of makes you relax. So don't feel too anxious about, oh, when I get back, I wouldn't know what to do. You just need to relax and make a to-do list. For me, what I did was the first day when I got back, I used that day to just check my emails and make to-do lists of what I need to do. And then I categorized everything according to how important or urgent it was and what I needed to tackle in that week when I got back, or what I could tackle next week. And also remember, I had planned ahead, so I had a schedule of what I need to be doing. So I went straight right into the work because I knew what to do next. So there was not that lag period of trying to catch up with the work. So I think planning helps a lot. So planning way ahead of the time for your break so that you don't use your break to do all that planning and getting anxious. I think overall planning really helps, and you can really enjoy your break and feel comfortable about taking a break from your PhD. So no matter how long it is, whether it's 1 week, 2 weeks, or a whole month, or even more than that, but just feel relaxed when you take a break and do a lot of planning. So there you have it, 3 tips that I think are useful to help you take breaks effectively from your PhD. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to my channel. Turn on all post notifications so that you get notified when I post my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.